Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stampin' with Denise. It's just my hands tonight. I can't believe we are just about 2 weeks and 2 days from Christmas. Is everybody ready? This girl has finally started her Christmas cards, making her Christmas cards. So, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta get them done. Then once they're done, I'm done making them, then I have to address them and all of that kind of stuff. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. We have some housekeeping. First of all, if you like my video, please share my video and comment, share down in the comments, and you'll be entered to win the project I'm making tonight. Last week I made this cute fun fold featuring this designer series paper. This is the Sentimental Christmas designer series paper, and I'll be using it tonight. I don't know, it's just such I love these throwback patterns. I think they're just gorgeous. I think my favorite is the candles, and I haven't even used them yet. So I don't know. But anyway, because she shared my video, and when I drew names, I drew out her name. Shannon Jenkins is going to get this card. So I'll get this card out to you super fast so that you can maybe use it and send it out to someone for Christmas. Okay? If you can't share my video, I understand. Please like my video. Actually, give it hearts. Facebook likes hearts better than thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. So if you do that, I'd very much appreciate it. Big news in Stampin' Up! World. Today through Wednesday is free shipping on orders of $75 or more. So, Stampin' Up! Just announced those items that are not carrying over, that will be retiring. And you might want to get stock up on some of those before they're gone. Okay, that being said, we are going to get started, and I told you we're going to use that same designer series paper I used last week. It's the Sentimental Christmas. I just love it. So again, I wanted something super simple for everybody and fast, so that if you needed some last minute ideas, you could maybe take advantage of this. Again, this doesn't take any special tools. I didn't use any dies. The gifts and the Christmas tree are fussy cut, and everything else is straight lines. So it's super simple. The only thing that's hard is the fussy cutting out the images from the designer series paper. And this could be any of the papers that you might have, okay? Don't just look at it, with this paper. Consider, any other papers that you might have. So, this base, the cardstock is pretty Peacock. This is 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half. And then this designer series paper from that pack is 5.25 by 4. Yep. Just double checking, and then we're gonna put that on here. And like I said, really, it can be any designer series paper you want, images from any of the papers. Most of them have got some images that are pretty easy to cut out. Not that it would work for this card, but these trees would also be pretty easy to cut out if you wanted to get creative and do something like that. Okay, so what do I have on here? I guess I've got glue remnants. I try to clean that up, but it doesn't always happen. Then I have another piece of pretty Peacock. This is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then this white piece on the front is 2.5 by 3.5. Again, we're going to keep it all in the family. I'm going to use pretty Peacock ink. Okay. The stamp I'm using, the Season's Greetings, is from Greetings of the Season. It's it's been a go-to for me. I usually buy a couple sentiment stamp sets each year. Let me see here. I wanna make sure I allow enough room for my ribbon. So you know what I'm going to do? Go ahead, I'm going to cut this. Whoops, I'm trying to keep it from unrolling completely. There we go. And you'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. I just want to kind of lay that there. I want that ribbon pretty close to that edge. And I've cut out 2 trees. I don't know which one I'm going to use. There's this smaller tree I cut out, and then there's this larger one. I will probably use this one, and so I'll just plan on it, okay? And so this helps me place my where I'm going to stamp this greeting, this sentiment at, okay? So it'll help me put it right there where I need it. It's a little higher than on mine, but that's okay. The tree I used on mine is a little bit smaller. That's all for that. So let's go ahead and attach the ribbon. I've used this before. This is the Pretty Peacock in gold metallic ribbon. It's 3/8 of an inch. It's super soft. It's easy to cut. I mean, it's easy to tie, but you know, we do easy bows here. So let me get my glue dots. Let's put glue dots on my the back side of the ends of the, I'm sorry, I'm not in the camera, of the ribbon. Okay. I don't need the mat anymore. And I'm going to put this, I wanted this pretty close to this edge. So I'm going to put it right there. Okay, there we go. It's not exactly straight, but it will straighten out. There we are. Perfect. Now I'm going to take another piece of this ribbon to make my bow with. So many people are bow challenged, and so I find this just to be a simple way. Now with this ribbon, you have to be careful. If you pull it right on the end, it will fray pretty easily, so I try not to mess with the ends too much, and I try to cut a little extra. Now I'm going to see if this works. What I've heard is that if you want your ribbon to go, lay one direction, is that when you pull it at a 90-degree angle of the way. So see, I've pulled it that way, and now I can kind of straighten it out. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now I'm going to cut this pretty short. Yeah, okay, and I'm going to show you what this ribbon does when you pull on it. Can you see that? Yeah. See it, oops, it frays pretty easy. So that's why I'm always kind of careful with it and make my piece a little longer, so if I have to cut, some extra off. But yeah, that pulling it at a 90-degree angle to the way you want it to lay really does give it a nice flat presentation. So I'm going to do this, put that there, and I'm going to put that there. This right on here. And you know what, this front panel could be a little bit bigger if the image you're using is larger. I know we have other designer series paper with larger trees on it and things that you might want to use. So, if so, then just increase the size of the white and the size of the cardstock to match whatever you're using. And like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this because it does give it a little bit of red. But I got to be honest, I haven't used a lot of red in my cards this year. I'm using a lot more greens and kind of non-traditional Christmas colors. But I always draw my inspiration, my color inspiration from my designer series papers. So it's not that I purposely, oh, you know what, I'm going to put this on here first. No, I don't need to, because I'm going to put it up on dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. I told you, super simple. Then when I did this card, I just looked a little bit bare, so I cut some gifts out of the paper too, and I've done some for this, so I'll go ahead and put those on there too. you know, I like to give you, sometimes I'll do an overly involved card, but I like to keep them simple for everybody. And I like to keep those people in mind who don't like to collect a lot of products. Although I'd be happy to sell it to you. Sometimes I like to show you how to do stuff simply without a lot of extra stuff needed. And see, I think those little gifts popped up on dimensionals just fill in that space beautifully. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to go ahead and put one in the middle. There we go. And, you know, this is pretty much it. It's not, like I said, it was simple, fast. The hardest thing is fussy cutting out the, you know, images from the designer series paper. If you had a paper that there were die cuts that would cut out the images, you could do that. Stamp something out and cut it there, whatever you wanted to do. So I really hope that you like this fast video. I am not sure if I'm going to be here next week on the 16th. I've got some stuff kind of pending, but I know I won't be here on the 23rd and the 30th. I'm going to take that time off during between Christmas and New Year's to spend with family. So I might see you next week. If not, I will see you next year. Everybody, thanks for joining me for this quick, simple card, and I will see you next time we're together. Bye now.